Okay, in today's video, I am catching bait. I'm here at the other side of the culvert. Someone mentioned on one of my earlier videos to try this side of the culvert where the water's flowing underneath it to catch bullheads. I've tried this several times off camera and I've yet to catch a bullhead here. But I've caught some very nice sized bluegill, and that's what I'm after today. I'm going to catch a few bluegill and I'm going to fish with them either later on tonight or tomorrow. That will be a separate video because it's going to be a really special video. I bought something that I probably shouldn't have bought. If you want to be one of the first to see that other video, click the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you get a notification once the video is uploaded. I'm going with my Akuma combo this time around. I usually use my little fluger. I figured I'd catch some bluegill on this. I've caught some nice drum on this combo, 10 to 15 pounds, so check out the iCard above if you want to see this rod and reel catching giant drum. I don't remember what size this is, but this is a tiny circle hook with an easy snell on it. Put the line through the eye hook side. Make a loop and pinch the loop onto the hook. See, loop, pinch it down, and then just wrap the line around at least 7 times. Then take the line, put it through the loop. And then just pull it tight. That's an easy snell with just a split shot. This is 8-pound line. And I'm going to use Canadian Nightcrawlers. I have a Firehouse Subs bucket with an aerator on it that I'm going to use for the bluegill. I'm only going to use half a Nightcrawler at a time too. That still may be too much, but I'm going for big bluegill. I don't want anything small. What would be funny is if I accidentally catch a bullhead. You can see this whole area is just flooded because of the Beaver Dam on the other side. There's a pond upstream as well from here, and I'm one of the few that's actually fished in it. It's got some nice bass in it, and a lot of catfish. The owner of that pond is recently deceased, so I can't fish in it anymore. Okay, instead of trying to cast underneath this thing, I've added a bobber. Well, I'm dealing with snags too. Haven't got a single bite yet, so I don't know what's going on here. Well, since nothing's happening on this side, I'm going to try the other side. Oh yeah, this is much deeper than last time I was here. That's probably where they're at. Oh look, a turtle. We got some wind started up here. I know there's going to be storms later on. This water's really green. Maybe I need to use the chartreuse crankbait. Added a little more depth on my bobber. Maybe it's not deep enough. Squirrel's angry for some reason. I don't know what he's yapping about. There we go. All right, and that's the size I'm looking for. Beautiful bluegill. Circle hook right in the corner of the mouth. I'd like a little bit bigger for bait, but it'll work. So adding a little bit more line below the bobber worked. And I just put it right in the middle. I'm used to catching them all around the edges here, but the water's up. Already getting another bite. Ah, dink. I'm not going to use a dinky one. Live to see another day. There we go. Ooh. I think this is a Green Sunfish. A huge mouth. I'm not going to use him. I'm going to throw him back. He's too pretty to use. I just want to use bluegill. Look at the orange on his fins. He's in spawn color. My rig's all messed up now. I don't have an aerator stone, that's why that's so loud. I don't know where mine went, it vanished on me. I don't use bluegills very often as bait. I've had terrible luck with them. I've only taken maybe 3 or 4 out of this small body of water here to fish with. Of course, there may be others catching bluegill here too. I think I've caught them all. There we go. Little bitty one. Definitely not going to use a little one as bait. Since I'm getting little ones here, I'm going to move to another spot. It's one that I've talked about before. It's a bluegill spawning spot, and I've caught some giant bluegill there before. I don't know why I'm not catching anything like crazy here, but it could be because it's flooded, and they might be in the flooded areas or overfed, because this makes worms come out of the water and becomes a feast for bluegill. So they're just not hungry. So I'm going to try lake spot. Okay, I'm here at what used to be called Carbide Park. Right down there is where I was catching the bluegill for that bluegill tournament that I was in with Realistic Fishing and a couple other YouTubers. It seems Realistic Fishing is having the same trouble that I am right now. It's not catching many bluegill or catfish. I know on one of his recent videos he was talking about being able to catch 20 or 30 bluegill, and he only caught like 5 or 6 or something. Right now I'm at 1 that I'm keeping to fish with. Hopefully I can catch more than 1. If you want to see me and Realistic Fishing do a collaboration, check out the iCard above. Go to his channel, subscribe to Realistic Fishing, and then post on one of his videos that you want to see him and me collaborate, or really just go fishing together. He's in Nashville and I'm in Knoxville. He's in Middle Tennessee and I'm in East Tennessee. And I'm willing to drive anywhere to fish with anyone. Maybe we could even get him on Joe's boat and we can have a 3-way collaboration with me, Joe from Chat Cats Fishing, and Realistic Fishing. If not Joe, we can do Ty. I don't want to forget about Ty. Right here is kind of a spring spawning spot for bluegill, and I've caught some big bluegill from here. Because it's such a weird year, I don't know if I'm going to catch anything here, but I'm going to give it a try. There's a lot of debris in the water here, and I'm on a slope bank with trees above me. Hydrilla. This lake is filling up with hydrilla. This is a backwater area of Milton Hill, and it's become a problem along with zebra mussels. That spot's not producing, so I'm just going to walk around. I've seen some big ones around here. I see a bunch of little ones in the water. Man, it's rough. I guess I'm gonna have to use one bluegill and frozen skipjack later on. Try over here again. Little nibbles. It's gotta be little bitty ones. There we go. They've got to be tiny, tiny, tiny. There we go, got him. Yep. Little bitty things. I'm not going to use him as bait. It's too small. Just a baby bluegill. Grow up. Well, there's no big ones on this side. I'm going to go across the road to the other side where I caught a few decent ones in that other video. You can see how the lake changes. Where I saw that snake is now underwater. The log is still here. I don't think I'm going to stand on it this time. Now, I bet you're wondering why I'm on shore and not in my new canoe. They're predicting rain today and none of my gear is waterproof. That's funny, got a bite while I was talking. My camera is not waterproof. My battery holder, it's not waterproof, and the Plano box is not waterproof. So I can't really film in the rain yet. I'm hoping GoPro 6 comes out soon and I can give it a try. Hopefully it'll be waterproof like the GoPro 5. And hopefully they'll have all the issues corrected. All I have right now is a Sony camera. It's their bottom of the line camera. It only does 1080p at either 30 or 60 frames per second. It's good enough for YouTube, and it's cheap. It's about half the price of a GoPro. Almost every single video on my channel is from this little Sony camera. When in doubt, go for the long cast and get stuck on a stick. I know along all this riprap here is bass. I've seen people throw spinner baits and just go right down the edge of the riprap, catching some nice bass. It's frustrating when you can't get bait. I do have frozen skipjack, but I wanted to go full live bait. All the catfish should be going down on beds right now, which means anything alive would be an enemy of their fry. The best bait for a flathead would be a bullhead, but I haven't been able to catch any bullhead catfish. And bluegill would be close second place. Bluegill will steal bass eggs, they'll steal any fish's eggs. So the catfish would hone in on live bait. At least in theory, they should be honing in on live bait. There will still be a few just roaming around feeding. So if I don't catch any more, I'll use skipjack. Okay, I'm giving up for now. I'm gonna go over to my parents' house and have some hamburgers. And then I'm gonna have to decide if I'm gonna go fishing tonight or if I'm gonna just wait till tomorrow. But that will be a separate video. So please give me a like and subscribe, and thank you for watching me catch one whole bluegill to fish with. Thank you. Well, if I can't catch bait, I can always buy lures here at Big Fish Outfitters to buy Foley spoons.